everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. So today we are finally going to be sitting down after what feels like forever to do a makeup tutorial, and I'm going to do some faux freckles and some spring vibes on my eyes, and yeah, let's just get into this. So first things first, I'm going to be priming with my Kiki Beauty Makeup Ready Face Primer. Now my skin has been so dry lately, so I have made sure to prep my skin really well, exfoliate really well, and also moisturize really well. I'm just gonna go in with my Benefit What's Up. This is the mini version, and I'm just gonna put some of this like on the high planes of my face, almost to give me like a luminous glow vibe situation, you know. Gonna take a damp beauty blending sponge and just sort of blend this into the skin. If you have really dry skin, then you can take some MAC strobe cream and just put that into the skin, and that will moisturize your skin as well as give you a luminous glow. You can obviously skip this step, but because my skin is so dry, I really want it to look luminous even though it feels dry. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going to be mixing two today. I have the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Illuminating Foundation in the shade Bronze, and I have the shade Lightener. Now, the bronze shade is actually quite dark for me, and I kind of want it to match the rest of my body because my hair is quite light and I'm gonna look quite orange against my light hair. So I'm going to put 2 pumps of that bronze foundation and like a few half a pumps of the white foundation, and this should more or less be my color. I just needed to lighten it just a smidge. I might actually be the shade Tan or Soft Honey, I have no idea. Okay, and then taking a damp beauty blending sponge, and I'm just going to blend this into the skin. Okay, and then taking my MAC Pro Conceal and Correct palette. This is in the shade Medium Deep, and I'm going to be taking the shade NW43, which is this shade right here, and taking this on a BH Cosmetics stippling brush. And I'm just going to be cream contouring my face with this. So my hairline, sides of my temples, my cheekbones, my nose, and a little bit on my jawline. And then taking the bottom of my beauty blending sponge, and I'm just going to start blending this in. Okay, so now we're going to go in and highlight the face, and I'm going to go in first with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer in the shade Medium Peach, and I'm just going to highlight under my eyes. And then I'm going to take some yellow corrector from my LA Girl Pro Conceal range, and I'm just going to lightly brighten up these areas, and then blending this all out. Okay, and then next I'm going to be taking my Coty airspun powder. You guys can use whatever translucent powder that you have. I'm trying to use up this one because I have it and my Yardley is basically finished. So until I get some more Yardley, I'm going to be using Coty airspun. And I'm just going to be using this to just set all my highlighted areas. I did take some of that concealer on my eyelid, but I'm not going to be setting it with powder because I'm going to go over it with a little bit more concealer. It's all going to make sense just now. Okay, so now moving on to the eyes, I'm first going to go in with my MAC Pro Concealer and Correct palette again. And I'm going to be taking the shade right here, NC42. And I'm going to be using this to carve out my brow and also prep my eyelid. Taking a fluffier brush and just patting the concealer onto my lid. I'm not putting on an excessive amount. Okay, so next I'm going to be going in with my unicornsauce palette and taking this yellow shade right here. Now I do not want this concealer to crease, so I'm literally going to start packing on this yellow all over my lid, almost setting my concealer with the shade, if that makes sense. Okay, so taking a pencil brush, and I'm going to go in with this corally shade right here. And I'm going to pick a little bit up on this brush and just start blending this into my crease. Using this as a transition shade for that yellow. And also taking the lighter shade in this palette, which is like a matte white, and I'm just going to use this to set my brow bone into place. I'm also going to build this color up slightly, just so that that coral vibe can come through. And then taking a fluffy brush with this orange shade right here, picking a little bit up on this blending brush and using it to blend out that coral color even further. I'm sorry for the dog barking, you guys. Like, I don't know. This dog has been quiet the whole time. But when I decide to film, it's a different story. And then going in with my Wet n Wild Proline Felt Tip Liner and just drawing on some wings. Okay, and then for the bottom lash line, I'm just going to be taking that coral color and just lightly putting it on the lower lash line. And then taking my Essence Extreme Volume Mascara, I'm just going to apply this to my top and bottom lashes. Okay, so moving back onto the face now, I'm going to go in with my Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I am going to just set all of the areas where we cream contoured. Even though my face is dry, I still want to set all those areas into place. So next, I'm going to go in with my Swiitchbeauty Glowgasm Highlight Palette. And I'm going to be using this goldeny champagne shade right here to highlight my face, keeping in with the theme of the yellow. And I'm just going to highlight the tops of my cheeks, sides of my temples. I'm literally just going to be highlighting the tip of my nose today, just because I want my faux freckles to stand out a bit more. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do the faux freckles. Now, I'm going to be using 3 different type of pencils today. I'm going to be using a blondie. What is this color? This is the shade Blonde from Essence. I'm going to be using my Catrice Eyebrow Stylist Pencil in the shade Brown Eyed Peas. And I'm going to be using the darkest pencil I have, which is Black as Brown from L.A Girl. And I'm just going to start drawing dots in the center of my face. Now I am going to go in with a sharpener and just make sure that all these pencils are super sharp, or at least the sharpenable ones are sharpened. Now going in with the one from Catrice, I have a little bit of a blemish on my nose that's kind of popping through my foundation, so I'm just going to make that a freckle. I'm just kind of being sporadic with where I place the dots. And I'm also going to do some like in the center of my head. In the center of my forehead rather. Center of my head, imagine. And that is what it looks like. You guys alternatively can use your pomades or your eyebrow pomades, whatever the case may be is. But I find that pencils are a lot more easier and you have a lot more control over the dots. And then I'm taking my blonde one. And I am just going to add more dots. These are obviously not going to be as dark as the other one. And I am going quite heavy-handed with the dots, like I want you to see it. But I'll show you guys a trick that I use to make it look natural. Alright! And then I'm going in with the darkest pencil. This is the L.A Girl Shady Slim. So that's the full freckle situation. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Real Technique setting brush. And I'm lightly just going to pat over the area where I just added all that faux freckles. And it's just going to just set the freckles into place and also just tone them down just a little bit, as you guys can see. Sort of just blend them into the skin so they don't look as harsh, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to add a little bit of something something onto these cheekbones, and I'm going to be taking my Chick Cosmetics. This is the contour and highlight palette. Now I do have a discount code with them, so don't forget to use it. It is the code Sanesh25 and you can get 25% off of these. I also have a discount code for Swiitchbeauty. It's just Sanesh and you'll get 5% off any of your purchases on Swiitchbeauty. So I'm going to be taking this bronze shade right here. And this is such a beautiful like sun-kissed bronze shade. And I'm literally just taking this and applying this onto my cheeks. It just gives you such a beautiful glow that I'm honestly living for. I'm also just going to rub that across the bridge of my nose lightly. Okay, so we are almost done. Now for lips, I'm going to go in with my MAC Plum lip liner. And then I'm also going to be taking one of my newest favorite formulations of liquid lipstick. This is the Jeffree Star Mannequin Velour Mini Liquid Lipstick. And I'm just going to be applying this in the center of my lips and just blending it in with that plum lip liner. Oh, it looks so good! And then going in with some Rose Juice Setting Spray from Kiki Beauty. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my Tassie B Starlit Lashes off of camera, and I'll be right back. And that is it for this messy brow, faux freckles, spring vibe makeup tutorial. Please remember to use whatever you have at home. You don't have to use every single product that I'm using. You can make do with what you have at home. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to slay all day every day with Avatar makeup. I hope you guys are going to be excited to have me back into full swing on YouTube. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye! Mwah.